That's all it takes for a single idea to collide with destiny and rewrite the world. Today, you're about to hear the story of Maya, a student whose tiny experiment in a forgotten corner of a university lab didn't just succeed. It shook the foundations of science forever. If you've ever wondered whether your curiosity matters, whether your dream is too crazy, or whether one person can change the world, this story is your answer. Maya wasn't extraordinary on the surface. She didn't come from a family of scientists, and she certainly wasn't the top student in her class. She was the quiet one, the girl who asked strange questions, stared a little too long at equations, and stayed behind after lectures to test her theories when everyone else rushed out. Her curiosity wasn't polite or convenient. It was wild, restless, and impossible to silence. In her second year at the university, she became obsessed with a phenomenon every professor dismissed as an important noise. In the middle of an ordinary reaction one student repeated every semester, Maya noticed a tiny fluctuation in the molecular behavior. To everyone else, it was a meaningless blip. To Maya, it was a door that nobody else seemed interested in opening. She took her idea to her professor. What if this fluctuation isn't noise? What if it's a signal we've been ignoring? The professor smiled politely, the way adults smile when they don't want to crush your enthusiasm but also don't want to encourage you. Interesting thought, Maya, he said. But our understanding of that reaction is already well established. Focus on your assigned project. But Maya had never been good at letting things go. She spent nights researching, digging through papers older than her parents, analyzing experiments that were thought to be ancient, outdated, settled science. She realized something shocking. Nobody had ever questioned this specific behavior. Everyone accepted it as background static. Everyone except her. So she designed her own experiment, the lab. She worked and wasn't glamorous. The equipment was old, the lights flickered, and the AC unit rattled like it was begging to be replaced. But to Maya, it was a sanctuary, a place where curiosity had room to breathe. She began testing her theory. Day 1, the experiment failed. Day 2, it failed again. By day 10, the failures weren't just frustrating, they were humiliating. Chemicals behaved unpredictably. Data contradicted itself. Other students started whispering. Why is she wasting time on something that doesn't matter? She's chasing a glitch. She should just focus on her coursework like everyone else. But there was something inside Maya, something stronger than embarrassment. Louder than doubts. She believed failure wasn't a wall. It was a map. Every failed trial pointed to something she hadn't yet understood. Weeks turned into months. She revised her hypothesis, adjusted her variables, rebuilt her experimental setup piece by piece. She started noticing patterns hiding inside the chaos, tiny consistencies in how the molecules behaved. Under certain frequencies, tiny signals buried in randomness. One night, long after everyone had left, Maya ran the experiment again. She adjusted a parameter one no student had ever touched before. It was such a small shift that most scientists wouldn't have bothered with it. But Maya believed small things hide big truths. She activated the machine. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then, the reaction began to glow, not the usual soft luminescence, but something rhythmic, pulsing like it was alive. Her instrument spiked. Data poured in, numbers she had never seen before, values that defied everything the textbooks claimed. Her heart raced. Had she made a mistake, miscalculated something? She repeated the experiment. Then again, and again, the same impossible results stared back at her every time. She ran to her professor's office, breathless, holding her notebook like it contained the secrets of the universe. At first, he dismissed it until he saw the data. His eyebrows knit together, then lifted in disbelief. This shouldn't be possible, he whispered. Word spread fast. Scientists from other departments flocked to see her results. Some challenged her. Others dismissed her, but none could reproduce a contradiction. Every replication proved Maya right. She had discovered a new principle of molecular interaction, one that changed how chemistry understood behavior at the micro level. Her finding didn't merely add a new paragraph to a textbook, it tore out entire chapters and replaced them with a new framework. It opened the door to faster material development, more efficient chemical reactions, and potential breakthroughs in medicine that could change lives. Maya, the quiet student nobody noticed, had just reshaped science, but the world only saw her breakthrough. They didn't see the nights she cried in frustration, the moments she doubted everything. The rejections, the failures, the loneliness of chasing a dream no one else believed in. The truth behind her success wasn't genius, it was persistence. It was her refusal to ignore her curiosity. It was her decision to chase the unknown even when everyone else told her to stop. Her courage to follow a tiny fluctuation in a reaction, the one detail nobody cared about, became the spark that lit a revolution. And here's where the story becomes about you. Every experiment in your life, your ideas, your dreams, your attempts matters. Even when people laugh, even when you feel alone, even when you fail 100 times, what looks like noise to the world might be a signal only you can see. What looks like a glitch to others might be the breakthrough the world has been waiting for. Maya's story is a reminder: greatness doesn't start with applause. It starts with a quiet moment when you choose not to ignore the whisper inside you. It starts with a question nobody else is brave enough to ask. It starts with the courage to try one more time, even when the last attempt failed. If a single student in a small, forgotten lab can change the entire direction of science, imagine what you could do with your ideas, your vision, and your refusal to give up. And if this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you of your own potential, then don't let it end here. Make sure you smash the like button so YouTube knows stories like this matter. Share this video with someone who needs motivation today. And subscribe to the channel because we're just getting started, and you don't want to miss the next story that could change the way you see the world. Your breakthrough is waiting. Keep experimenting, keep believing, and keep going, because the world needs the genius only you can bring.